they tried to put you back to sleep. That's right, you hear me? They tried to put you back to sleep, put you back in the matrix. Yeah, so where you wouldn't know what was going on spiritually, so they can continue with their wickedness. Yeah, they wanted you sleep so you wouldn't know how to protect yourself. It got to the point to where they kept trying to force religion on you. This is what's going on. They're trying to suppress you by making you go backwards, to go back to being just a religious person, not knowing spiritually who you are. But since you woke up, baby, since you woke up, you know just who to protect yourself from, how to correct things that your enemies try to turn for your bad. Everything is turning out for your good because you woke up and you can see clearly what they had up their sleeve. See, many of you, while growing up, when you were younger, even maybe recently, before you knew spiritually, that a lot of people tend to turn to certain things that they're not supposed to be doing in order to keep someone else down so that they can be who you are. Yeah, who you're supposed to be. This keeps them going. So if you done got back up again and you know your power, you know your strength, you know who you are, and you woke, they can't get none of that. They can't keep going with the things that they were doing to you back then. See, they were able to steal from you. They were able to get the wealth that was supposed to be yours. They were able to move up in life while you sat down being low vibrational. Yeah. While you sat there and you were not winning what you were supposed to be having. While they collect your blessings, they wanted you to be in poverty. Yeah. See, as long as you were asleep, they can get everything that you had. As long as you were asleep. But since you woke up, I'm telling you, you a beast now. You a beast. They could never put you back to sleep. Because once you wake up, it ain't no going back to sleep. Once you see the things clearly, spiritually in your life, you know how to maneuver and move around, baby. You know how to do what it do, baby. And they didn't want that for you. But we gonna go ahead and do the song. Let's get into it. I am the diva, you heard about me. About to give you a reading, come listen to me. I'm a diva, I'm a diva. That's my intro. If you like it, please be sure to hit the like button, share the video. I am doing personals. If you would like a personal with your girl, follow the instructions in the description bar below. And also, I am doing the 2 for 10. That's 2 questions for $10. Done within 24 hours. And it's text questions, right? And then look, you get it done real quick. But if you need something in depth, yeah, get your reading, get your personal. All right, let's dive deep into this message and see what Spirit wants for you guys to know concerning these folks. Because you know they stupid. You know they slow. They slow, to be honest, they slow to think that you were going to go back. That's weird. Like, who wants to go back to a life where your family, your friends, the people at your workplace, wherever, the church house, even the church house, y'all, would win over you by you going back to sleep? Who would want to go back to that? Who would want to go back to being in that poverty mindset? Nobody, baby. It says they're trying to escape karma. So obviously there's some things that are taking place since you woke up and you begin to, protect yourself and clear energy out of your system. You've healed, you've done the inner work and the outer work. And many of you guys have caused karma to go back on these folks. Because see, they were fighting karma before by using their witchcraft, by using their prayers and all of that, trying to keep themselves afloat. But now that you woke up and you're protecting yourself, you done sent that shit back. You know what I'm saying? You done took it off. You done cleared your energy and you done called your power back. And this is causing karma to collect what is his, hers, they, them, karma. It's clearing it out, baby. It's clearing. Everything is clearing out because you are a star seed. You were bound to wake up. You were bound to live this blessed life. You were bound to have this beautiful energy about yourself, your aura, cleansed and all of that. You were bound to go that way. And Spirit says these people have been warned. There are things that they have done where they've been warned before and they're still trying. They're still trying to figure out how they can get you to go back. Yeah. So So I remember we were talking about the humiliation ritual. That was part of it too. If you became humiliated or something catastrophic happened in your life, they thought that you would go back to just being religious and just just really basically just give up instead of obtaining a true relationship with the Most High. That's what they wanted. They wanted you to go back to just reading the Word, praying, crying out, instead of having that relationship with the Most High. But see, now you know what's up. All right, some of you guys Spirit is saying, you something about a head covering, a head scarf when you're praying and when you're doing. This is something you probably have been doing, but Spirit is also using that as that you're covered. You are covered. You are covered. Okay, let's see what all these folks have done. Okay, so this is something that is a learned skill from the people you're dealing with. Some of you guys, this is people at your workplace. You may have worked at a job for so long and they were able to get over on you, but you woke up. This could be your family. I hate to keep saying family, but it's usually someone close to you. Someone who knows you. Someone who knows your birth date. They know certain things about you. This is usually that. And what I'm getting here is that, they thought that they could cause, because they were using, like I said, some type of witchcraft or some type of just praying against you and your family, your friends, the people that you're surrounded around that love you, praying against them for them to turn against you. So this was something that was supposed to turn them against you in order for you to go backwards. Because if they turn against you after you've awakened, after you've healed, and after you begin to, use spiritual things, and them calling you crazy, them calling you weird, they thought that they could use that tactic. That was one tactic that they used. So they used someone close to you to turn against you. They used witchcraft to do this. Another thing is that they used the witchcraft to block your money from coming in. This was supposed to get you to the point to where you would cry out, give up on your healing, give up on, just basically go back to being that low vibrational being that you were before. I'm also seeing that they also caused you to lose like home, car, trucks, whatever you had in the past. And that was supposed to take you backwards. It's like them trying to cause these hexes on your life, vexing your life, causing you to was supposed to cause you to be low vibrational and give up and just be weak. But see, God says, my strength is made perfect in your weakness. Okay? This is you becoming stronger. You became very strong. You stood in your power. You actually elevated. Spirit says you elevated once your enemies begin to do this to you. This only caused you to be more powerful. And see, like it says, what don't kill you make you stronger. And he won't put no more on you than you can bear. And that's what it is. See, anything that happened to you, you still could bear that. You were able to fight through it because you're a fighter. You are a warrior. She is a warrior. Yeah, that part. You're a warrior. And you going into battle by detaching yourself from the matrix mindset, staying where you were underneath their spells, because that's basically what it was. You were underneath the spells to keep you low vibrational. But Spirit says you moved out of the way. You got out of that. And since you dismissed yourself from being in that type of energy, you've escaped a lot of things that would have taken place. See, look, they figured this would make you compromise your spiritual giftings. They were thinking that this was going to cause you to compromise that so that they could collect whatever you didn't use. Because you know what they say, if you don't use it, you could lose it. So it was supposed to cause you to go from being this person who knew spiritually how to get yourself together and protect yourself to being the person that was asleep, that was just laid out, like giving up. Like I said, some of you guys may have even lost loved ones in this situation. Because like I said, whatever that catastrophic event was, or those things were supposed to stop you were supposed to block you. Because anytime someone is in a low vibration, that's when they want to come and attack. That's when certain demons, deities try and say, you know what, they down now? Oh yeah, I like that. Let me get to them. I know I can get to them now because they low vibrational. But as long as your vibration is high and you're doing the work, they can't get to you because you woke. You understand what it is. And see, that's how you combated your enemies. You combated these family members, these people at your job, these people that are trying to keep you in this religious thing. This is how you combated them. They were playing in your face. A lot of them were playing in your face. This is them. Oh, I love the Lord. Do you know the Lord loves you? You know, like this is them trying to push that up on you. You know, like, do you know you're not supposed to be looking at spiritual things? You're not supposed to be looking at readings. You're not supposed to be reading people. That's the devil. You know, that's them trying to put that mindset back into you. That's the type of mindset they tried to put back in you. Spirit says you won. You won. You're winning because you didn't allow this to get to you. You didn't allow these folks. Let's find some other cards real quick. Let's use these other cards. See what Spirit got. Okay. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. They were trying to keep you, like, you know, what they say, straddling the fence between two different, your mindset just confused. That's what it was. This was the mindset they tried to keep you in. They tried to keep you in the loop, in that matrix. These are two pentacles stuck inside of this rubber band, whatever this is, stuck inside. But see, you broke out of the box. You broke out of the box. You broke out of it. This is what it was. It was them. This is them, because I'm getting here too, that they came together in prayer for you. Six of Pentacles. This is them, this group, these people coming together to pray that you would go back, that you would actually get back into the religious thing. I'm telling you, just religion. That's it. Nothing else. Because if you sleep, they winning. They wanted you to be confused about the choices you had to make. Spirit of confusion, keeping you in the loop, keeping you from learning who you really are, keeping you from using the gifts that you have, trying to make you think that all the gifts, that the gifts that you were using were bad gifts, that they weren't, you're not supposed to be doing it. But you stepping into the power of you being this spiritual teacher, this, you know, learning from the Creator himself. It's like you decided to connect to the Most High himself. And that's what it is. You're learning from him. You're at the Hierophant. You're standing at the feet of God, because that means you know him for yourself. These folks don't know him for themselves, because if they did, they would know not to mess with you. Period. You know why they keep playing with y'all? Yeah, now you're moving forward. Spirit says you're about to be moving swiftly into this next level. Your faith has made you more stronger, but also helping you to move forward faster. You're more ahead than what they are. Even though you may have felt like you got pushed back. Warrior. Wounded warrior. I just told y'all a warrior. This is you coming out on top. Coming out. The last man standing, honey. Because at the end of the day, if you know who you serve and who you connect to, and you still connected to them, and you're learning from them, and you're not learning from folks, because baby, you can't trust people. For one thing, you cannot trust man, because man will steer you the wrong way. And this is what they've been trying to do. But since you trusted the Most High, you trusted whoever you pray to, you listened and you learned. You listened and learned while they listened and judged. You move forward. That's how fast, that's why you're moving in such a fast pace. They're not prepared for what's about to happen to you. They're not prepared for what God is about to do in your life. They're not prepared, because when I tell you this shift that is taking place in your life after going through all of this, fighting through these individuals trying to hold you down. This is someone who bound you with their words, bound you with their prayers, but you broke free, and they not even ready for what God is about to show them. I'm telling you, it's that table that's prepared before you in the presence of your enemies. They got to sit there and they got to watch you eat, and they can't have none of it. Nothing. Type in the comments, you can't have it. You can't have it. Yes, indeed. You move forward into calmer waters, but this is you. This is your spirit guides, Most High, whoever you pray to, pushing you forward into a calmer life. You being more prepared for life. You being set up for life. Yeah, Spirit says you set up for life. You set up for that good life. Yeah, you on the right path. This is the Ten of Swords. This is what they were doing to you. These are the things that you fought through. You thought that everything that you went through was everything that they tried to put you through. Whatever they did, it wasn't. That wasn't even half of it. They wanted you down just like this. They wanted you to be unalived, out of sight, out of mind. Them throwing these darts at you, just throwing the rock and hiding their hand was supposed to keep you down, was supposed to stop you and cause you to give up. This is what they were doing. But when God says go, 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 I'll go. Yeah, all of this chaos, this confusion, them fighting, trying to cause this confusion, spirit of confusion that was placed upon you. And they were saying that you were already confused by letting go of, that religion. Or doing whatever that is. Religion is okay. In the beginning, you begin to, you learn things. You read the word. You learn. You got to start somewhere. And that starts you spiritually. But once you begin to, it's time for God to show you and prepare you the way and pull you to the point to where he's trying to carry you and let you trust him on your own, baby, it's different. It is different. You begin to know how it was that Yeshua was able to heal. How he was able to cause people to raise from, the dead. Okay? How was he able to do that? Through the spiritual things. It wasn't only just by reading the word. They didn't even have that back then. They just trusted and heard from the Creator. And see, you've done that. And that's why some of these people, they've gotten so confused. They're actually in the spirit of confusion because they're unable to connect with the Most High like that. They're unable to connect with the Creator. They're praying, they're wishing, they're trying to get baptized, talking about, I need to receive the Holy Spirit. But in order to receive the Holy Spirit, you got to be for real about it. These folks ain't for real about him. They still playing games in the Matrix. They still playing games. And ain't nobody got time for that. You the real thing. You the real one. You really for real about who you are and who God is. Swiftly moving about, baby. Using the one on look, you already armored up. And they can't stop you. I'm telling you, you're armored up. You wasn't able to receive the words they were saying to you, the prayers they were saying, the witchcraft they were doing. It wasn't coming to you because you already armored up. You protected from all of that. The evil eye they tried to serve, baby, you protected from all of that. You armored up, suited and booted, bitch. Okay, suited and booted. Okay, and then you got the Three of Pentacles. See, this is what they were doing. Trying to take your picture or whatever this is, or something that was connected to you. You see these people carrying a picture, trying to carry it to whoever this religious leader is. We need you to pray for them. We need you to do this. And some of y'all, this is them taking it to us spiritualists, taking your picture, some item of yours, but it did not work. And Spirit says they about to be in for a rude awakening because karma right now is hitting that ass for real, that ass, like for real. Y'all winning though. Stay woke, baby. Don't let these people put you back to sleep. Stay doing what you're doing. Don't let them stop you. Period. Because they can never stop you, block you, break you, nor shake you while you still woke, baby. Period.